Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you guys read me? Am I loud? Am I clear? Is anybody out there? Can you hear me? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 9 minutes and 40 seconds, breaking it all down. We're going to be covering the breaking gold and silver news. We're going to watch the market open up. We're going to be answering all your questions, helping you read the tea leaves, and we're going to have the Hero Bullion CEO on the stream tonight. We're going to be live here in just 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Please smash that like button. We're only 10 away from 100. We're going to be breaking it all down. Who's ready? Who's with me? Who's unshaken and who's still stacking? Ladies and gentlemen, grab a beverage. We'll be live here in just 9 minutes. Make sure you say hi to Jake. He is in chat. Make sure you say hi to Jake. Dude, if Hero Bullion gets soup before John does, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die if Hero Bullion gets soup before John. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 8 minutes, breaking it all down. We're gonna watch the markets open back up this evening. I've got a ton of breaking gold and silver news that you're not gonna believe. And then we're gonna have the CEO of Hero Bullion on, exposing the insider information. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be live in just 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Hit that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live in 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Who's ready? You know, they used to tell me I was crazy and insane. They said silver was never going to go back over $10 an ounce again. Or, I mean, 20, then 30, then 40, then 50, then 60, then 120. Then they told me it was done at 60. They said it was going back to zero. But I knew the fundamentals hadn't changed and I kept stacking. Even when strangers on the internet told me I was dumb, I kept stacking. When the mainstream media told me it was over, I kept stacking. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what, I kept stacking. Are you still stacking? Are you unshaken? Do you have intestinal fortitude? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live here in just 6 minutes and 15 seconds, breaking it all down. The breaking gold and silver news. Who's ready? Who's with me? Let's go! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 5 minutes and 30 seconds away from breaking it all down. The gold and silver news, we're going to watch the COMEX market open back up. Is it almost time to back up the truck even higher? Are we going lower? Are we going higher? Let me know in chat right now. Are you Team Green or Team Red? Also, the CEO and founder of Hero Bullion, Jake, is going to be joining us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be live here in just 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Tap that like button.
treasure, riches untold. International stacker, here to say, and bars, rare to find. Treasure hunting, one of a kind. Join the crew, let's explore. Stack up wealth and so much more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 4 minutes and 10 seconds, breaking it all down, the gold and silver news. We're going to watch the COMEX open back up. It might be explosive. Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Hero Bullion is going to be on tonight as well, sharing secrets from behind the stack. Tap that like button if you're ready. 3 minutes and 55 seconds till we're live.
Roll the dice, take a chance. Treasure calls, we're in a dance. Silver shines, gold's the glow. Stack it high, watch it grow. Giveaways for all, feel the thrill. International, stack 'em that mill. So hit that slow, join the quest. Riches await, you're the best international stacker. Stacking strong, silver, gold, where you belong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 3 minutes and 10 seconds, breaking down all the gold and silver news. We're going to watch the market open. If you're ready, smash that like button. If you got questions for Jake, he's watching the chat right now. If you bought from Hero Bullion, put I bought in chat.
Join the quest, riches
Keep smashing that like button. We're just 2 minutes and 50 seconds away.
national stacker, stacking strong.
Let's go.
Silver, gold, where you belong.
Thank you for that high five, Sean. Thank you.
Chasing that mill. Chasing that mill. Crabs are grooving side to side. Ocean waves where dreams collide.
Let's go.
Stars are up, the beat
Guys, let's get it pumped up here. This is going to be a crazy opening. Let's get it pumped up. Let's do a crab dance right now. Drop a crab in chat if you're ready. We're about to be live in just 2 minutes sharp, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button if you're ready. Top off your drinks. It's about to go down. Get your claws up.
and silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 1 minute and 45 seconds, covering all the breaking gold and silver news in the market open. Let's go.
Silver, who wants it all? Are you ready for the mega
Who's ready for the mega ga?
crew? The Shell Brigade. Treasures found, the music's played. Get your claws up, don't delay. Join the party night and day.
Get your claws up.
Silver is the key.
Let's go.
Nation, dance with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just 1 minute till we're live. 1 minute, smash that like button. We're so close to 200. Let's go. Do you guys want the old school or little kid intro? Old school or little kid? Hurry. What do you want?
We're the crew, the Shell Brigade. Treasures found, the music's played.
Let's go.
Your claws up in the sky.
Let's go. Wow, Cat and Bird just waxed their shell for this. Wow.
Gold and silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Dance with me.
All right, I'm going to do a medley for you guys.
Dance with me.
Who needs a hero tonight? If you need a hero, drop the emoji in chat right now. We're going to be live in 8 seconds here.
With me. Dance with me.
One stacker on a journey to find silver. International stacker.
One stacker on a journey
to find
silver.
international
Stacker.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart, and you're not going to believe it. We are only 24 subscribers away from 69,100, and that will trigger, ladies and gentlemen, the next big show. I got videos from all over the world. Just put out one of the interview with Bald Money Guy just yesterday. That's a great one. But ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the charts. I'm going to break down where we're coming from. I'm going to break down where we're going to. We're going to cover some breaking gold and silver news, ladies and gentlemen. And then after that, when the market opens, I will be bringing the one and only Jake, CEO and founder of Hero Bullion, on the stream. He's watching chat right now. So drop some of those hero emojis in chat, and here we go. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here's where we came from on Friday. Remember, the trading session closed at Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's closed the whole weekend. Opens here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's just about 16 and a half minutes from right now. But silver hit a high on Friday of 79.15. Silver hit a low of 75.69. And it did close on a green candle, ladies and gentlemen. It closed on a green candle of $76. And if I pull down the futures here, it closed at 76.29, I believe, right there. So we did close in contango. We're going to see what happens. Thank you for that report, Swag Daddy. It's not immediate. It takes a little bit to do it, but thank you for that. Okay, gold. Gold on Friday hit a high of 4,665.03. It hit a low of 4,511.02. And it closed as well on a green candle, ladies and gentlemen. We got two green candle closures at 4,550.65. Here's the question for you, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going higher? Are we going lower on open? What do you think? Team green, team red? Put it in chat right now and go ahead and smash that like button because we're nearly to 300. Gold to silver ratio, after recently hitting a low of 52.64 ounces of silver to every ounce of gold, it closed at 59.76 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold, just a smidge under that 60 to 1 ratio there. Oh, and I forgot, guys, we have BRC candles and we have BGC candles. So if you think we're going down when we open in just 15 minutes and 10 seconds here, put a BRC, big red candle in chat. If you think we're going up, put a BGC. The big La Bamba here, Shanghai Futures Exchange, was as high as $90.60, as low as $85.48, and it closed on a green candle as well at $86.56. And ladies and gentlemen, this chart here will be open as well. This one opens at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I won't be live for that unless it goes absolutely insane, but you never know. But talking about insane, let's go ahead and jump right into the breaking gold and silver news here, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a ton of breaking gold and silver news, so I'm going to cover this. Then we're going to go to the open on the market, and then we're going to bring on the Hero Bullion CEO to answer your questions and bring the insider information. And thank you so much, KOG, for subscribing. Okay, here's the first piece of breaking news that just happened. This is one of the watch out situations for gold and silver, of course, and here's the president of the United States saying for Iran, the clock is ticking. They better get moving fast or there won't be anything left of them. Time is of the essence, the president. Whoa. Oh, and here's a snippet from the last interview with Jake. That was a great one. Did you guys like that last interview? Liked it in chat if you did. And we're going down here. Here's the weekly. Guys, I put these out now every Sunday evening. I actually put this one out early Saturday evening. But these are the watch out situations for the whole next week. So for this week coming up, starting right now into tomorrow, here's your short daily breakdown. So Monday we have, and you know what? I'm going to go here. If you go to my website, it's up, internationalstacker.com. And on internationalstacker.com, I have news and blogs. And anytime I post this, here's the little summary, but look at this. It's way more in-depth here. So what do we got going on? So Monday's watch out situation here. We got in China's industrial production and retail sales. So that's going to be important. We got the NAHB housing market index. That's data that's coming out. Tuesday, we got the federal governor, Christopher Waller, speaking in Frankfurt, Germany on policy. When we also have that day, U.S. pending home sales data coming out. Wednesday, we have the FOMC April meeting minutes coming out. Those are important because a lot of times the minutes can be quite different than the speech that was delivered. Thursday, we're going to have the flash global PMI data coming out. We're going to have the federal governor, Michael Barr, speaking on financial health metrics in Atlanta. We're going to have U.S. initial jobless claims and continuing claims coming out, housing stats and building permits, Philadelphia federal manufacturing survey. And then Friday, we have the University of Michigan consumer sentiment coming out. and Federal Reserve speakers all week. But here's the big La Bamba right here, guys. Geopolitical risks going on right now in Iran. And we just saw that tweet from the president. What in the world's going to happen? So if you guys want to check out the breaking weekly watch outs for every week, you can find it here on X, or you can find the more in-depth version here on my website at News and Blogs. And guys, don't forget, on my channel here, you can see live market prices. So you can watch the Oneida charts yourself, silver to gold ratio as well. You can see what markets are open. But look at this, guys. I am soon going to be hiding 25 ounces of silver across the nation, sponsored by Hero Bullion. It's called the Hidden Hoard. So the Atlanta is now going to be June 6th. It's going to be at the Gold Museum in Dahlonega, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. The 7th, we will be in Knoxville, Tennessee. The 9th to 11th of July, we will be at the Summer Fun Coin Show. Springfield, July 15th to 20th, and the A&A Coin Show in Pittsburgh, August 25 to 8. Each one of these, I'm hiding 5 ounces of silver for you guys to find. And if you want to sign up for the meet and greet, it's this form right under here. Sign up, come meet other crustaceans, and hint, hint, hint. I might be giving things away at those meet and greets. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I might go crazy, not guaranteed, but I might go crazy. Here's the next piece of news, guys. Iran's trying to take me out. Breaking news. U.S. intelligence claims Cuba acquired 300-plus military drones, ladies and gentlemen, from Russia and Iran. Officials discuss potential attacks on Guantanamo Bay, U.S. vessels, and even Key West. Per Reuters and Axios citing classified intelligence, Cuba has reportedly acquired 300 military drones from Russia and Iran since 2023. U.S. officials say Cuban military discussions included possible strikes on Guantanamo Bay, U.S. naval vessels, and potentially Key West, just 90 miles away from Havana. Intelligence officials also claim Cuba has been studying Iran's resistance tactics against U.S. pressure. The CIA director, John Ratcliffe, actually went to Cuba, went to Havana, met with them, and warned them in person against escalation. Reuters says the intelligence has not been independently verified. Is this a legitimate emerging threat, ladies and gentlemen? Or is this just a potential pretext to go in there? What do you guys think? Put legit or pretext in chat right now. And I'm about to go to the next breaking piece of news here. But ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Stout just tried to get John Soup. Jeff Stout gifted 5 international stacker memberships. Thank you so much. It went to Mr. Hay. It went to Knott. It went to, who else did it go to? I lost it. Oh my gosh, where else? Wait. And it went to gaming, it went to Hater and Trap. And then also to Argent Apparel, gifted a membership, and that went to Mr. Hayward. I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen, no soup for John.
Please, sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Taste the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
So guys, if drones start dropping from Cuba, I think my plan is to find my closest Walmart and shelter in place. If you think that's a good idea, put Walmart in chat right now and smash that like button. We're so close to 300. Are you guys still stacking? Daniel is. Look at here. Daniel posted this. Look at this tasty silver. Look at these Yodas. Did you see those baby Yodas? Oh my goodness. Look at those. So he's still stacking, are you? And here's the next piece of breaking news. Robert K. still calling for massive silver price moves, ladies and gentlemen. And per him, he says it's about to explode. And thank you so much, Shotgun Susie, for that party hat. Thank you. The Rich Dad, Poor Dad author, who's been buying silver since 1965, says silver could surge 400% in the next year. He's extremely bullish and urges investors not to miss out. This interview from March is still making the rounds because many believe we're still early in the metals bull market. If you guys think we're still early, put still early in chat. And go check out this article here. Follow me on X, previously known as Twitter, at INTL Stacker International when it fit. And here's the next piece of really big news here. Ladies and gentlemen, Japan sold $30 billion worth of U.S. treasuries in quarter one of 2026, ladies and gentlemen. 2026. One of America's largest foreign creditors is reducing exposure to U.S. debt while central banks worldwide continue aggressively stacking gold. And we're talking 1,000 tons, a bunch of like 1,000 tons at a time. It's crazy. And attorney Michael has a great channel. Thank you for the super chat saying no soup for you. I'm so sorry, John. Wait, let's check with. Let's just check. Hey, Cargo Bob, we're downtown Key West right now. You want to go get some soup?
No soup for John. No.
So why do the bonds matter? Why does it matter that Japan's selling off U.S. debt? Weaker foreign demand for treasuries puts upward pressure on yields, ladies and gentlemen. It raises long-term questions about confidence in U.S. debt markets. It fits the broader global shift away from dollar assets toward hard money. Implications for gold and silver. Gold is a classic safe haven beneficiary when trust in sovereign debt and fiat currency erodes. And silver lags early, but has higher upside potential and investment demand as it accelerates into its massive industrial needs. So if you want to read more about that article, go there. But just know Japan's selling a lot of the U.S. debt off, and that is bad for the United States. The debt is going to come home to roost. Inflation will go up, but that is bullish for gold and silver. And here's the biggest piece of news probably of the night here. So I literally just reported the other day that India is heavily restricting gold imports into the country. They also raised the import duty from 6 to 15%. Prime Minister Modi also went on TV and told people not to stack gold for 1 year. Well, it just got worse. India just imposed new curbs on most silver imports effective immediately. The government's restricted imports of high-quality silver bars, 999, silver and manufactured forms, categories that reportedly account for over 90% of India's silver imports. This comes right after India raised gold and silver import duties to 15%. Did I say 16? I meant 15. And Modi said don't buy gold for a year. So, ladies and gentlemen, not only are they going after gold, they're going after silver. Why, you ask? They want to prop up their currency. They're afraid of currency failure. They want Indians' money to not be in gold and silver. They want to be in their national banks, keeping them solvent. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this one here, buckle up. This is the Pentagon Pizza Wash. And what does this mean? So there's websites and people that watch pizza traffic, restaurants around the Pentagon. And traditionally when there's military action going on, traffic greatly increases, and you can see it on Google. So people look at this for an indicator of possible military action coming. And with that tweet from the president, I think it's coming quick, like a freight train. And thank you, Lone Ranger, for those jewels. I appreciate that. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 4,000 in silver and gold stolen from a Kansas home. A brutal reminder. A woman who worked for the victims gained their trust, then allegedly stole a massive collection of gold and silver while they were away. This is exactly why security and privacy are non-negotiable for stackers. Thank you so much, Lone Ranger. Key protection tips. Tell nobody. Absolutely nobody. Not close friends or even some extended family. Like your close family has to know, because if you croak, they need to know where to find it, right? Use high-quality bolted safe to the ground or multiple hidden locations. Never keep everything in one spot. Consider a decoy safe with some junk coins in there. Install visible security cameras and a solid home security system as a deterrent. Consider precious metals insurance. It's pretty affordable. And guys, if you go to my channel, you go to resources here. I talk about precious metals insurance right here. And I recommend the company that works with the American Numismatic Association. It's actually pretty cheap. So check that out. And even if you lose it, it covers it. Okay, next piece of news here. We're getting close. Okay, look at this. 400-year-old coin and silver gold hoard. It's a hidden hoard. It's a hidden hoard. Discovered in an English farmhouse. A couple found 100+ coins hidden in a pot during remodeling, believed to have been buried during the English Civil War in the 1640s. The collections just sold at auction for $75,000. Wow. If you guys found a treasure, would you tell anyone, or would you take that to your grave? That's the question. And guys, don't forget, if you want to buy silver during this dip, during this pullback, and who knows, it might become an even better opportunity. Don't forget, Hero Bullion has those 5 ounces of silver at spot, free shipping. And we got a bunch of questions on that coming up here. So, okay, I think we're pretty much caught up. But look at this. Let me show you this one more thing, and then we'll go to the charts for market open. Are you feeling shaky today, ladies and gentlemen? This chart should make you feel a lot better. This is what gold did during the Weimar Republic hyperinflation in 1940 to 1923. So gold was 1 Weimar mark in 1914. It ended at over 100 billion marks in 2023. The red spike shows the monthly percentage gains. Absolutely insane. Paper money collapsed. Real money, gold exploded in value. History doesn't repeat, ladies and gentlemen, but it often rhymes. So look at this. So this black line, that's the price in gold. But look at along the way. Look how violent it is. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And so the crazier it gets and the more hyperbolic you get, the bigger these swings are. So it's happened like this before. We've seen it in different parts of the world. Not saying it's going to be the same, but I think that chart should help you feel a little bit better there. Now we're going to go to the charts. I'm going to switch to Pyth. So please remind me at like 6:05 to switch back to our favorite, Oneida. I know it's Oanda. I know, but I like to call it Oneida, like Grenada. Okay, Pyth. Okay, we're there. We are poised and ready. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to issue a 2-minute danger zone warning for market open right now. So we're going to watch the market open, and then I will be bringing the CEO of Hero Bullion on to give us insider information. He'll be coming on at about 5 minutes from now. So we'll be having him on. So smash the like button. Get ready for a market open, ladies and gentlemen. We are just a minute and 20 seconds away. Who's ready? And I can see chat now that I'm back on the charts. And look at that. Attorney Michael says Hero Bullion has the best prices, period. I agree with you. That's why I wanted to partner with them, honestly. One of my favorite companies back in the day was Provident Metals. And then they got sold, and you know, they're owned by big entities now. But back when they were new and they were putting out all these cool designs and stuff, I loved them. Look at my early unboxing videos. It's all them. Well, Jake was one of the prime people who launched and started Provident Metals. So we got the same mystery happening right now with Hero Bullion, and he showed me some of the new releases, ladies and gentlemen, coming soon, and it's absolutely going to melt your face. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just 35 seconds away from market open. Are you team green? Are you team red? Let me know right now. 30-second warning. 30-second warning here. 30 seconds. Okay, no, well, it's 20 now. 20-second warning here. Buckle up. We're going to watch the market open, and then the Hero Bullion CEO, Jake is going to be joining us at about 6:02, so in about 2 minutes from now. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be counting it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the market is open. It's opening. It's a green candle, and then a red. Okay, give it a second to marinate here. We're at 75.98 on a red candle here. Give it a second to marinate. Let's see what happens here. And I'm going to be bringing Jake on the stream here in about 1 minute. Who's ready for Jake? Put that emoji in chat if you're ready for him. As we've got a BRC happening right now, ladies and gentlemen, there's something you guys taught me. Guys, I live stream all over the world. I don't just do news. I don't just do charts. I travel the world on gold and silver adventures. And it wasn't that long ago in Boca Raton, Florida, you all taught me something called the baby gator call. And some scientists on our channel figured out that 90% of the time, every time, it could turn a red candle green or a green candle to a BGC. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a baby gator, then we're going to Jake.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
It was, I'm telling you, it was massive. It was massive, and so is this BRC, this big red candle. Channel members, you know what emoji to drop in chat. And ladies and gentlemen, as we talk, that 5 ounces at spot deal is getting cheaper and cheaper. Okay, so let me do two things here. One, I got to raise this volume. Hold up. 1 second here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold up here. I wonder if that's going to work. Okay, let me bring him up. Let me bring him up. Beep. Hold up, hold up. I'm going to make him bigger here. I'm making him bigger. Jake, can you hear me? Can you guys hear Jake? Is the audio good? Say a few things, Jake. Tell him who you are. Welcome to Sunday. It's a crazy one. Look at that BRC. Can you guys hear Jake? Can you guys hear Jake? Let me see if they can hear you. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up. They're saying they can't hear you. I prepared for this. 1 second. Oh, I turned the... I turned the wrong one on. Okay, talk now, Jake.
Hello. You got me?
You should be able to hear Jake now. Say we can hear him now. You can hear him now. I'm sure of it. I had the wrong one picked.
Yep. Jake has no sound, they're saying. I don't know about this.
No, you got it now. You got it now. I'm telling you. I had the wrong one selected.
Okay.
See, they're saying yes.
Okay.
They can hear you. They can hear you. Okay. Okay.
Hey, I'm feeling like as I'm advancing in age a little bit here, I'm feeling like I need some help setting the clock on my VCR when we do this kind of stuff. So I appreciate you bearing with me on this, but you're the master. So
no,
hey,
it's okay. Yeah.
Look what's going on this open. My thought, okay, I was thinking we would open down here a little bit. And the reason was because of what happened Friday. Friday, we had that huge drop. And the one thing that we noticed on our side is that everybody is, they're waiting. They're waiting for these buying opportunities. We had a crazy busy day on Friday, which we're, awesome. It's been kind of quiet. We've been a little range bound. Friday was incredibly busy, but you'll notice Friday didn't have that like early afternoon to, just prior to close by an hour or two, that pickup, that recovery, like, okay, we got all we wanted out of this downward motion. It didn't pop up again. And so I was thinking coming into this open, we might see this down. Now it's not down significantly what I would call it, but it's down a little bit here. So we'll see as we go through this open, what's going to happen? What do you think?
Well, what I can tell you is we just did a baby gator, and as you can see, it looks like there's a spinal column hanging from this thing. So we'll see if it holds. But look, man, there's too much instability. I think it's about to break out with Iran again. So even if we got a little pop tonight, as soon as it comes out that an attack's happening, it's going to be crazy. We're going to see the market go down. We're going to see and it's been kind of backwards land, right? Usually when there's a flight to safety, you see gold pop, you see silver pop. Now, to be fair, 1971's oil crisis, that didn't happen for like 60-ish days, right? That didn't happen.
Yep.
But what can we see this time? I think no matter what happens, I think it's going to break out with Iran again. We're going to see some short-term pop down. And then things will get figured out eventually, and then we'll pop back up. So I'm thinking it's going to be some short-term pain for metals, but we'll see what happens here. And sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. I'm trying to make you a little bit bigger here. Okay, there we go. Cool.
Oh, that's the last thing I need. Hey, no, I've been doing the intermittent fasting, cutting some weight, trying to seek after my health a little bit. So I don't need to be any bigger.
Yeah, I need to get in shape. I definitely put on some pounds since I got married. And ladies and gentlemen, we're to a green candle. It appears the baby gator did work. Wow.
All right.
So we're gonna switch here to Oneida.
Coming back here. Yeah. Yep. Pushing back up. Well, okay. So, man, I've been following on social media. A lot of people were having questions. I had some notes, some stuff that I think that I think it's important to talk about. You hit on the oil crisis in 1973, right? The thing that I'm concerned about is for metals. If you remember what happened during the COVID time, right? We had silver down to, I think it was about $13, and premiums absolutely exploded because everyone was looking for where to put their money. But you had this liquidity event in the equities markets that really, put a lot of pressure, downward pressure on metals. And my concern is with an economic slowdown, let's say, everything goes up, oil leads the charge, right? Everything else is contingent upon the price of oil. If we expect the price of oil to go up, we're looking at all commodities, going up as well, although there may be a bit of a lag, right? And so the real question is, as oil continues to go up, what is the lag and what's the first tell? That's what we're looking for. Metals I like silver in particular because it's more tied to industry now than it has been classically. But gold's the monetary vehicle. So, man, we are in for some interesting times for sure.
We are, and look at this market. We got a BGC on silver, 76.12 on silver, and a BGC as well on gold, 4,550. And Jake, you're talking about questions. I do have a few questions from people in chat. And guys, I did just turn Jake up even louder, so if that's better, let me know. But I've got a couple of questions I want to run through here with you. And let's go to the first question here. And this is coming from X, and this is Mitch on X says, Hero Bullion has a wide array of offerings for stackers. What can Hero Bullion offer to numismatic collectors?
Oh boy, this is something fun. I've been making the coin show circuit a little bit more to connect with suppliers, with people I haven't seen for a couple of years. And in the process, I've been buying up some numismatic offerings. There are a couple of, I guess, issues with offering numismatics. And so when you talk numismatics, I'm thinking coins that maybe silver or gold, but are valued far beyond their metal value. And so one of my favorite segments is the commemorative $half series. It starts at something as old as the 1893 Columbian and goes through the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s even. So I've been assembling some of those. I do have a distinct taste when it comes to that stuff, but we are looking at adding some of that to our offerings. The difficulty is getting accurate images to the website efficiently so that we can sell them at a price point that makes sense. Okay, so how can we be really efficient with listing these products? Obviously, I pride myself in being able to source these at a good number, but it is a lot more labor intense, and so that is a segment that we're building. I'm really excited about it, and we're just in the beginning stages. Man, we have tried it though. We have tried a number of different. If you go underneath the other tab on the website, you'll see rare coins, and there's just a few listings up there. Some raw commemorative halves. We are getting integrated Morgans, things of that nature. But I do like the coppers. I like Indian pennies a lot. I like the Buffalo nickels. Not particularly a fan of any of the barber coinage or like the V nickel type stuff. Yeah. I like something that's a little bit more interesting. But yeah, that's something that we're hoping to start offering more and more of in the coming weeks, months, year, so on and so forth.
And you know what's interesting? Before I make this comment, look at this massive green candle.
Whoa,
oh my
baby.
goodness.
Here we go.
We just took out 3 targets here. Wow. We just took out multiple targets here. And
maybe not all of them went on Friday. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, so we did a crab raid recently, and we went randomly to a lawyer, attorney Mike's page, and he was talking about he just ordered an American Gold Eagle from you guys, and he got a graded one in the mail, and he was super happy. I would be happy about that if I thought I was getting a raw, and it came in graded.
Yep. So let me explain that. So it actually was a gold buffalo that was sent to him. I saw the video because he tagged us in it. What happens, and something that you have to be aware of, is that when the metals prices pop up, the premiums on all the MS69, MS70 stuff compresses. You're going to see it particularly for pre-33 US gold. Coins that used to be $200, $300, $400 over their melt value are now, less than $100 over melt value. Every once in a while, we're able to offer like an AU Saint, for instance, at $60, $70, $80 over spot, where traditionally that goes for multiple hundreds of dollars over spot. And that's just a function of metals prices rising up. So those premiums do compress a little bit. Now metals drop, those premiums recover a bit. Now probably not as much as the metals do drop, but I look at that kind of stuff as a little bit of a downside hedge. And so the short answer, I just gave you the long answer. The short answer is, in a market like this, an MS69 doesn't carry a lot of premium dealer to dealer. We absorb a lot of the dealer liquidity requests. So we have dealers calling us up looking to liquidate inventory. We put a number on it and it gets here, and whether it's raw or 69, it goes away. And so that one went out through our BU, and obviously an MS69 is BU, but just a little added bonus. So it's not the type of thing that we're gonna sock away and try to get an extra $50 to $100 out of that coin. Let's just get it out the door. Let's make someone happy. Obviously, we made someone happy in that instance, and it was just kind of the luck of the draw there, I think.
Well, dude, that's one reason why when we first started talking and I found out you were undercover crustacean, I was so pumped because you guys do stuff like that. A lot of bullion dealers, whether they're online or in person or whatever, they won't do that. Right? They're just going to give you the raw. They're going to show. I commend you for that. And we had a super chat come in from Murph Quake, and he says, Hero Bullion's website gets high marks for me for publishing both the ask and the bid prices for silver and gold for the items you sell. Why don't most dealers do that? That's the question they're asking.
It's a lot to maintain, honestly. So we have a small but very experienced team, and so it's a lot of work to maintain those prices. You'll see on a number of products it just says call us. Okay, that's a product that I don't want to put a price out there that it's offered so infrequently that the labor essentially to keep those premiums, and it's all a function of premiums and discounts to keep that stuff real time updated. It's just kind of tough, and so we try to publish the pricing on the core product that we get requests for quotes on all the time. We keep that live. Now I can't really speak for anyone else why they don't do it. I don't think it's a labor thing like we experience. There's a lot of, with the pricing, I call it the Barry Bonds asterisk. Like there's a lot of the websites, they'll publish a price, but it's only if you sell them a significant quantity of it. So if you have less than 500 ounces of this product in silver, you're actually going to be getting a lot lower than what that price is that they publish. So, we try to be straightforward. It would be really difficult for us to offer buyback prices on all. I think we're up to 3,500 SKUs right now. That would be incredibly difficult to do. And so we just try to be fair with people. When they call in, we try to put a number on everything. So, yeah.
Now, I'm about to ask you a question that you might not be able to answer because it's some background. I want some backroom information. But before I go there, I saw someone in chat put in that they ordered just a normal one and they got a 70. And then attorney Mike just super chat. Thank you, Mike. And he said, I got an MS70 and a 69 Buffalo
Nice.
from the random year. So he's pumped on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to ask one fun question, then one serious one. So another question from X came in from Ron, and he says, when will you get Sarge? If you know the Silver Army Men collection from Elemental,
man.
he has every
Okay.
single one but Sarge. Are you going to get Sargent anytime soon?
Man, I don't know. Here's the long and short of it. Those are made by Elemental, which is local to us here. It takes us about 25 minutes to get over there, drop stuff off, pick it up, so on and so forth. They actually have a part-time employee that makes those, and he is a craftsman, super creative guy. He does a lot of their custom designs, from what I understand, and so it's a part-time job for him. And they run a really high reject rate on those. If you've ever seen one of those, for instance, the end of the barrel on the M16. Those break off quite frequently, even after they made it through Elemental's QC and they get to us, or in shipping they'll break, and so there's a large failure rate there. I don't know why they haven't offered Sarge. As soon as they offer Sarge, we could have some here the next day, or that day actually, but it's one that just never shows availability on their offering sheet. So as soon as it does, we will offer it. I'm close with those guys. I did an interview with Trent Caffey from Elemental, who runs stuff over there. He was on our Asset Arsenal podcast, and just a great team, good energy over there. So we like working with them, and so I got his phone number here. I could maybe text him for you and harass him a little bit. But yeah,
Nice. Now here's the juicy question, and this is I'm gonna jump on Silver Scrapper from YouTube. He had a question. I'm gonna jump on it. So he wants an update on the refineries' timelines. When are they going to start accepting anything less than 999 again? Like, what is going on? What are they backed up because the U.S. government's buying bars and they're selling it to build a strategic stockpile? Is it because the COMEX is desperate and is going to him for bar? Like, when are the refineries going to start taking less than 999 again? What's going on, Jake?
There's I wouldn't call it shenanigans, but there's a lot of there's lack of information on that front, like why this stuff is still backed up. We are not a refiner. We deal with the refineries. We primarily deal with the mints and the major wholesalers. Now we see their offer sheets all the time, and so for things like just straight 999, if there was a lot of 50,000 ounces, you're looking at anywhere from 6 to 10 days for settlement on that. The big refineries are still not taking 925. Now, there are some mid-level refineries that are still taking 925, but they're taking basically quotas per week. You can't dump everything you have on them. And that's just because they want to retain their customers and want to serve their customers the best they can. But no one still wants to do the work to bring 925 to pure to refine that stuff. And so the other thing that we're seeing with silver in particular, occupying so much more space on the balance sheet of these various refiners, there's some really interesting stuff that's coming out. They're buying at significantly back of spot and selling or doing kind of like swaps with mints at reduced rates as well. And so there's a bunch of minted product out there that's actually really cheap, even back of spot, which is unheard of. We've been able to get minted rounds and bars. I'm talking on the private mint side, not the sovereign mint side. They are very much more static, but on the private mint side, we're seeing a lot more kind of flash sale, fire sale kind of things, and what that indicates to us is just liquidity needs. These guys, they're chewing through a bunch of silver and they're looking for a home for it, and so they want to get it off their balance sheet so they can process the next one. So it still is not close. I mean, I think I said last time we talked, it's marginally better. I don't think it's really improved in the last 3 weeks since we talked last. Other than the fact that we are able to dump, 500 ounces a week in sterling. And so.
Now, here's a question. We talk all the time about silver shortages and, when the market goes in the backwardation, and, I make it pretty clear that's about the big bullion bank vaults, et cetera. Are you seeing any we know there's shortages up there. Are you seeing any shortages on the retail sector in terms of you running low on silver or getting harder to source silver?
No, absolutely not. But there's an interesting thing that happens, and we talked about it a little bit last time about, the mom and pop shops or the smaller companies that don't hedge. We're noticing, I guess the name or the word of the week, the word of the month, the word of the quarter is volatility, and that's volatility everywhere. I think 2 weeks back we had silver just right around $70. Then it went up to 86, 88, 89 almost, and now we dropped back again and checking in the 70s again. And so what happens is a lot of these unhedged buyers are buying in the, let's say, the 70 to 80 range. It goes up to, in the mid 80s, high 80s. They're buying at $84 spot, and then it gets whacked like it did on Friday. And so the premiums there swing significantly. And so a company like us, we're hedged when metals drop, those premiums come back up. And so dealer to dealer, silver is still trading below spot. So I know a lot of these places are offering a significant amount back a spot. They just have to protect themselves when it comes to the volatility in the metals market. So we are not seeing any type of shortage in metal. We try to expose people to a true market, and so we don't have a problem offloading silver yet. Sometimes payments a little bit slow, but yeah, I'm not really seeing any shortage. It's a manufacturing, a refining shortage, a manufacturing making to finished shortage is what we see.
Right. And I'm about to ask you the most juicy question, but before that, you're just talking about silver at spot. And a couple questions in from YouTube. Lucky Cuz says, how long will your 5 ounces at spot deal be going on for? Is it going to expire anytime soon, or is it indefinite?
No, we're gonna keep that thing going. We may change up the product that we offer there. The thought is we're investing in some manufacturing equipment just because we're seeing an issue, particularly when the market heats up, the availability of consumer ready products. So we're investing in some manufacturing equipment, some minting equipment here. And so we may change that. We may change that 5 ounce at spot offer from a Buffalo round to maybe something that we make in house.
Like a poured silver crab, maybe? I'm just kidding.
Quite possibly. We'll see.
Hey, another question here from somebody about that same thing. It's from Not1AU, and he's saying, if somebody's already a customer of yours and they didn't know about that, does that have to be their first purchase, or can they still retroactively buy it?
No, they can still buy it. Yeah, it's limited to one per account. So if you've purchased from us a dozen times or 100 times and you've never taken advantage of the starter pack, you absolutely can take advantage of it.
Now, one more question about that as well is we've got some households with multiple stackers. So if two stackers live in the same household, is it going to be the same address and they can't do it?
Yeah, that's okay. It won't allow it. It's one per household there. And
sorry, guys, one per household. Get a PO box.
we have people work really hard to try and skirt that, and we do run a number of different screens on that to try to stop the kind of, I don't know, I guess the words may be harsh, but kind of the abuse of that. So unfortunately, some people who legitimately have, multiple stackers in the same household, they can't take advantage of it because of some bad actors sometimes.
So
Yeah.
I should not have bought in those 17 different starter packs, is what you're telling me.
Someone on Reddit is claiming that they have a hack around it. So I guess you could go Google Reddit or, check on Reddit.
There you go.
I don't think he's giving away his secrets.
And talking about giving away, Silver Sea says, ask him to send me a free gold bar. Would you be able to do that for Silver Seas?
I don't know. It depends. If we could do a fiat for bullion exchange.
There you go. How about this? How about this? How about some silver for the mega guy? Are you what are you planning to send our way for the mega giveaway? We're over 80 ounces now.
Yep. I'd love to push that higher. And so I think this week we'll have a package coming your way.
Sick.
A new line that you're gonna help us launch here, and I think we can. We talked about the hidden hoard. I heard you were talking about the hidden hoard. Want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, are you guys excited about the hidden hoard? Let me bring up the website. If you guys want to find out more, just go to internationalstacker.com. Click up here on Hidden Hoard. Bang, bada beam, bada boom. This is sponsored by Hero Bullion. Thank you so much, by the way, Jake, for doing this crazy idea. But ladies and gentlemen, everywhere I go in the world, I'm going to be I'm going to be laying a silver egg. I'm like a golden goose, right? So the next 5 stops are going to be the Gold Museum in Dahlonega, Georgia, June 6th, Knoxville, Tennessee, June 7th, the Fun Summer Coin Show in Orlando, Florida, July 9th to 11th. One will be hidden in Springfield, Illinois, between July 15 to 20, and A&A Coin Show in Pittsburgh, August 25 to 28. And there's this link right here if you want to click that, because not only am I going to be hiding a hidden hoard, but in each one of those cities, I'm going to be doing a meet and greet where you can meet up and get a channel challenge coin. What do you have to add to this? I feel like you had something to say there, Jake.
Well, okay, I'm going to be with you in Florida at the Fun Show. You just got to give me the date there, and then I'll be in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, we always have to stop at Permane Brothers, right? Nice. I don't know if you've ever been there, but we always have to stop there.
I haven't.
Okay. Well, we might do that. Anyway, so just let me know the location. Let me know location of those places, and I will be there.
Yeah, guys. So not only are you going to meet the King Crab, you're going to meet Jake, and who knows what kind of chicanery we'll get into. I'm sure we'll get into some sort of trouble. And Isaiah from YouTube sent in a question and says, I really like Hero Bullion. They have one of the best online starter packs. Would love to get some sort of notification on their deals and promotions. Do you have any future plans for like an app or a way for people to get notifications if like something goes on sale? What's the best way for that?
Yeah, I mean, the best way really is to just sign up to our newsletter. You can sign up at the bottom of the page. We have talked about an app. There are a couple other projects we have in front of that. One of them is our auto invest program. So a monthly purchase program that's coming next. One of the things that I'm pushing for some internal endorsement is an affiliate program. So essentially, if you have an account with us, you have an affiliate link and can evangelize for precious metals and hopefully help you add some more to your stack through doing that. So
that is neat.
That we have in front of the app project. But yeah, I mean, the thing you got to understand, we're a much smaller company than some of these other companies that are out there. And one of the things that you'll notice is like as a brick and mortar retailer gets bigger, the thought is that the pricing gets more competitive, right? We don't really see that in bullion. We see that as the companies grow in scale, the premiums creep up on those companies. And so I feel like we're uniquely positioned in the market where we're able to offer, we're super well connected. I've been trading metals since 2006 and heavily since 2009. So we're really well connected. We have access to all the same refiners, all the same mints and suppliers that all these big guys do. And we're able to do it quite a bit cheaper in a lot of cases. And the experience here is just different. When things get busy, we really hustle. When things got busy Q1 here, we hustled. Others were behind by weeks and weeks. We were behind by just a few days.
I heard you help ship. I heard you help ship yourself, by the way. I heard you get down there and jump in the.
Lot. I ship more than I like to admit, but it's important. So I mean, I stress out. I stress out if we have too many packages in the shipping queue. It bugs me.
Well, there you go. Undercover Boss. I used to love that show right there. Fingers9 was asking, is there a specific day your deals like update or drop on? Like, is it every Thursday or Friday, or is it random? How does that work?
Nope, ours is much more random. And really, that's a function. Like I said earlier, we try to expose people to the real market. As a deal gets offered to us, it goes up in the deals page. So sometimes we'll be offered a really good price on a segment of product on a Tuesday, and it gets here on a Wednesday or Thursday. The deal goes up that day, or as soon as we can get it up. So yeah, and for us, that's, like I said, that's just us exposing people to the real market that's out there. This isn't some, we didn't plan it out for 4 weeks in a marketing meeting. We just said, hey, we have a bunch of these now. Let's offer them on sale. So like I said, it's just a different way of doing things. And I think a little bit more fun, actually. So.
And the Real Savage Patreon chat says, yeah, but do they have a viola? No, they don't have a viola, but you never know in the future. They might have a suitor for viola in the future. But Jake, I want to ask you a juicy question. What are the dealers talking about right now in gold and silver? Peel the veil back a little bit. Give us a little peek on the inside. What are the talks? What are the concerns? What's going on in the dealer world?
I think, as I think about this, I've had a number of different conversations. This is kind of scary for the whole industry, but we're having significant issues with the various carriers. And I say we, I mean the industry as a whole is having significant issues.
You mean
with
shipping carriers?
Yeah. Yep, okay. Absolutely. And so, just delays, lost packages, things of that nature. There are a number of people I'm familiar with within the industry that are experiencing that at a bigger level than they ever have. And so as I look at that, I say, what kind of threat does that pose to the stacking industry as a whole? And for me, that just means higher premiums for people. And so we don't want this to stick around. We want it to get resolved. We want the carriers to get their act together and just do what we pay them to do, right? And so when packages are lost, there's insurance involved, insurance premiums. Just like if you get in a bunch of car accidents, your car insurance, your auto insurance goes up. The same thing's going to happen on the metal side. And so, that's something that's very concerning that I'm keeping an eye on very closely. Obviously we look at our accounts, make sure that everything's in order, that we have all the restrictions in place, and some of it people really complain about, but it's just, for instance, when you order from us, you cannot reroute packages. It's a big no-no. You can't. We are obligated to deliver to the address that you provide, and so we lock that down. There's no, I couldn't be there to receive it. Have me pick it up at the location. No,
yeah, because that's the number one sign of a stolen credit card, right?
Absolutely. And so, we're not so much worried about the credit card fraud. I mean, that's something that we have a real good beat on. And we do on the shipping side. So just a lot of lost packages. I'm a member of a number of different Bullion groups and networks and things. And so, the word gets out there about lost packages. And that's scary for everyone because it results in high prices and it makes it more difficult to do business. I mean, you have to really watch out for anything and babysit these packages as they're in transit. So that's something that we're starting to see a lot of. Q1 was really big, and I feel like it's settled down a little bit, and hopefully it's resolved by the carriers. Other than that, there's the whole premium volatility. Just to give you an example, a lot of these networks that I'm a part of, these smaller dealers, these mom and pop shops, they're buying stuff back to spot because they're nervous about what tomorrow's going to bring, or even this afternoon is going to bring when it comes to the spot price. And so one of the things that they're trying to do is build that risk into what they offer to people. And then they make the money on the way up. So, on the way up at the beginning of this year, when metals were, silver in particular, going to over $100, they were doing really good. And then if they were fat on inventory, it really hurt them, right? And so they're desperately trying to find ways to continue to serve people, no matter what the market is, right? And really, that's a frustration of stacking. There's a lot of benefit to stacking. It's not grid reliant, right? If the power goes down, you still have your metals, right? Huge plus. And that's always the big argument against Bitcoin. Well, if I don't have power, my Bitcoin's not worth anything. Crypto's obviously, even equities, you can't access equities if you don't have electricity and internet and so on and so forth. But metals, there's I look at the future of metals, and I see it continuing to be not difficult, but let's just say risky to own metals physically. And so it's not just going to be a matter of buying metals and tucking it under your bed. You have to have a real plan when it comes to your metals. Especially, let's say we enter a scenario where gold's above $10,000. Silver is regularly over $100, which I don't think is that far off. And so something that maybe you were in at $20, $30, $40 is now doubled in value. You got to make sure that you keep quiet about it. Keep quiet about the fact that you own metals and protect yourself in that way.
And it's tough because it's a passion for so many people, and most people can talk about their hobbies and things they do for fun, but like metals is like, for me, and like I'm some guy that's just on the internet just telling like the whole world, so that's a whole nother level of risk, right? But like even in my personal life, very few of my friends and family know that I stack gold and silver, and even more so than I would like, but it's just because of the YouTube. So like really making sure you don't hardly tell anybody, but someone needs to know, because if you croak, someone needs to know where to find your stack. Yeah. Otherwise your house gets sold and someone finds it on the wall 20 years later, right?
Yep. That's that. I bought a big collection here recently where a guy had gone as far as to build a false room in his kitchen. So essentially, you had to move a refrigerator or an upright freezer out of the way, and there was a false door behind there where he kept all of his metals. And this is a gentleman who had passed away and had the other people responsible for him. So these people get creative. Thankfully, he had shared with people that he trusted, right? Where his notes were. So
that's cool. And then I got a few things here. Ronzo, thank you for the super chat, says, Jake, Sarge. He wants Sarge. And then the other one is Future Motive. Thank you for the super chat saying, does Jake have soup for John? Do you have any soup for John? That's the question.
I tried. I tried last week. No, I tried. I think what was it? 10 subs or I offered up. So I'm trying to do my part.
Dude, I'm gonna laugh if you guys get soup before Jake does, because it's highly likely you do because you're a subscriber. Okay, let's go to the next question here. Well, this is a statement. Rex is saying, I called Hero after I ordered the starter pack. It looks like this was some time ago. He said Jake ordered the phone and shipping was behind. He was awesome, and and he delayed shipping by 30 days until I could receive delivery. Oh, so it looks like someone was going on a trip or something. They called, you answered, and you're able to hold his package for him until he got to where he needed to be.
Yep, that's actually a lot more common than you would think. So people, and I guess that's one of the benefits of what we do. You're able to time the market here. You see a big drop or a big pump, and you're nervous, and you want to get your order, and you can get your order in. And you can, it happens all the time, multiple times weekly, where people say, hey, can you hold this till the 16th? Can you hold this till such and such a date, kind of thing. Yeah, we do that. We understand that those people are trying to capture they want to enter the market at a certain time, and it just doesn't work out. Particularly as we come into the summer months, there's this, everyone's traveling, everyone's on vacation. They don't want to stress about metal in the mail. And so, yep, we'll hold stuff. That's not a problem.
Dude, there's nothing more stressful about being like on a trip and you're like, oh, I've got a packet. I've got silver and gold coming out now.
I've been there. Yeah.
One of the channel members yesterday donated. He does his own refining. So he donated 30 ounces, 33 ounces ish of 0.99949 fine silver crystal. And I sent that to SGT Stacking today. And what he's going to do, instead of me giving away the crystal silver on the Megaga, is he's melting it down and making diamond claws. I'm going to show it on camera real quick. 1 second here. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There is the diamond claw. That's the first prototype. So of all 30 something of those ounces, he's going to be melting them down, sending them to me. And I'm going to be putting a bunch of these into the Megaga. If you want a diamond claw, drop a diamond Diamond Claw in chat, but that's going to be so cool and so awesome. And again, thanks to 3Tim3 for donating that silver. And I'm going to be sending one of them back to 3Tim3 because he deserves it. SGT is going to keep one, and then we're going to throw the rest of the Mega God. But I bring that up because we do have some refiners, Jake, that do refine and have 4/9 fine crystal silver. Is that something you guys would buy, or do you source your silver from particular areas? Where do you get your silver?
We get our silver from refiners. So the buyback on that stuff is just, it's very difficult because how do you as we're not a refiner, it's hard to price and settle those types of things. It's something that we've looked at, in other words, bringing stuff in-house to be able to refine it. But in the form of grain, it's just really tough to deal with. So
yeah, because then you'd have to probably melt it and assay it and all kinds of. So you'd have to be a refiner. Yep. Okay,
it's now expensive. Slow.
Yeah. Here's the next question for you. Fingers9 in chat's asking, how do you guys handle the gold to silver ratio swap? So somebody calls you and they've got 10 ounces of gold, like American Gold Eagles or whatever. They want to trade for silver. How could they execute something like that?
Well, the easy way to do it is just to offer our bid on product and then apply the funds out the door. Sometimes, depending if it's a product that we're out of stock on, that we can use, we're more flexible that way. So be able to offer a little bit closer to like a par trade type thing. But whether we buy it or use it as a trade, we still have to go through all the same processes on our side when it comes to receiving it, verifying it, applying funds, so on and so forth. So I wouldn't call it like a true trade, ounce for ounce, because there's always the premium that comes into play. Silver premiums are, as a percentage, are much higher than gold. And so, that comes into the equation.
It's never going to be even if you go to a coin shop, they're, if it's 85 to 1, you're going to get like 80 or 75 to 1. So that's kind of expected. There's always a little bit of premium built in there.
Yep. And like I said, we have to verify this stuff. We got to bring it through our processes in-house at the same time too here.
Now somebody,
I did see a question about PO boxes. Yes, we ship the PO boxes. The one place that we don't ship is to APO, so military, and that's a function of insurance and lost packages. So I experienced that early on when I started Hero Bullion. We were shipping to APO, and there's a lot of there ended up being quite a bit of fraud with the APO. Wow. So they would figure out what the package was and make sure it doesn't get to its destination. And the insurance companies look at that just like a third party. So you handed it, you would assign custody out of the USPS network to this APO because they run their own post office, and then that third party lost it, so they can't cover it to in the same way that, let's say, for instance, you have one of those post office box stores like a UPS store or something, and you ask for delivery there. Once it's delivered to that UPS store, the coverage ends.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of the more risky ways to actually receive metal. Yeah.
Now, real quick, I've got to play a clip because I'm beeped. Fino gifted a membership, tried to get John Soup, and it went to Lost for Words. Congratulations, Lost for Words. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. And ladies and gentlemen, Jake, I hate to say it, no soup for John.
Please, sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Ooh, soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's
Now, if I just blew out everyone's eardrums, I'm sorry. I had to mess with a bunch of sound levels to get Jake's volume bumped up here. So if I blew your eardrums out, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. I did have another one here. Now, one of our channel members was asking about if you guys would ever do a 10-ounce bar at spot deal. And I think somebody from Hero Bullion saw that. And you have a 10-ounce bar at spot, right? That was you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so how do I find this? How do I find it? 10 ounce. How do I find it?
So again, this is a function of being able to obtain metal back to spot right now.
Is this it right here? 70. Let me see. What are we?
Yeah.
How do I find it? How do I find it? Is it the
just go to the homepage. Go to the homepage. It's the first slider. It's the first
Wow, look at guys, it's a Hero Bullion 10-ounce silver bar at spot price. So you asked for it. Jake did it. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, next question here.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying we watch that. We watch it We watch the socials. We see what people are asking for and try to deliver. So it's actually my brother that is our pour artist. He it's kind of a funny story. When I first started pouring silver, I did it out in my barn, and I used the torch and the propane and the oxygen and all that kind of stuff. And then kind of went away from it, and the stuff was collecting dust. Well, then I started Hero Bullion and was doing some port bars myself. Then my brother came out and visited me, and he expressed some interest in working for me. And so within probably, I don't know, let's say 3.5 days, he was twice the artist I was. So he just has a knack for it. He loves it. He puts out a really good product. And so he, this next project that we're working on that we're going to be donating some silver to the Hidden Hoard for is part of a new launch. And he's preparing those. So, yeah.
I can't wait. And thank you, Fukin, for that for those 10 joules. And we did have a question come in from Ralph Ramsey, and he's asking, do you guys price match other dealers? How do you handle something like that?
Yep. We generally do. You just got to call us in. There's no, automated way to do that kind of stuff. It has to be apples to apples. So the one thing that we've been asked a bunch of time is to match someone else's out of stock price. Well, obviously if it's out of stock, the odds of that price being a legitimate price are not good. But yeah, call us up. We'll do price matching. It has to be the same product, same kind of delivery, things of that nature, same payment method, so on and so forth.
Okay, everybody. Tonight I'm going to list American Silver Eagles on my website for 50 cents a piece. And make sure you just call Jake up and see that. No, I'm kidding. All right, next question coming in from Minnesota Grass Geek saying, what's your thoughts on pre-33 gold, and is it a good buy?
I love pre-33 gold. I love 90% silver right now. And last time we talked about 90% silver, I got a lot of hate. And so I'll restate my argument for 90% silver. During times of peak demand, the canary in the coal mine for demand is silver eagles. Silver eagle premiums start to climb. Then the next thing that starts to climb, and let's just talk silver for now, is silver maples. Silver maple premiums start climbing. After silver maples is 90%. Okay, 90% premiums are at all-time lows right now, and that's simply a function of the supply chain and the issues in the refining, the glut of metal clogging up the refiners, them not taking 925 or anything less than 999. So if you are stacking silver, it's a great opportunity to get into 90%. If your argument against 90% is that the refiners don't want it, you either have not been doing this very long, or your memory is very short. This is a new market that has presented itself on the 90% where the refiners don't want it. Generally, as demand climbs, the 90% silver or the premiums will climb, and 90% is one of, let's say it's the third, fourth, fifth segment that increases. So if you're looking for a buy and hold, like more than a year, 2 years, 5 years, 90% is an unbelievable buy. And in the same way we talked about premiums earlier, pre-33 and 90 are at historic lows right now. So dealer to dealer, generally like a cull or a low premium Saint is very close to the melt value. Now remember, these have 0.9675 troy ounces of gold in them. So if it's dealer to dealer, they're trading melt, back of melt, so on and so forth. Your ability to buy these very close to melt has never been better. And so, like I said earlier, if the metals prices drop in any significant fashion, I expect those premiums to climb. So pre-33 is a good buy right now with respect to premiums. If you're not just looking to flip it, okay, if you're thinking short term, stay out of just physical metals altogether, right? Because there is always going to be the bid-ask spread. I would venture to say that right now there's less efficiency in our market, and so it means bid-ask spreads are larger, and not a lot of that is because of liquidity issues. So now the thing that you need to be careful of with pre-33 that you don't necessarily have to be careful of is on 90% is counterfeits. There's definitely an eye that you need to have. You need to, some people will say just buy certified. I think that's fine. Obviously, certified coins get faked as well. And so, you need to be a little bit more experienced or really trust who you're buying it from, right? But I like it right now.
I love it. And I love 90%. And like, I'm telling people, like, not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. I'm telling people that like they're going to regret. They're going to be like, why didn't I buy more 90%? Because it always gets a premium. It always gets a run up eventually. And every time we go through this, millions upon millions upon millions of them are melted down. So it is that supply is dwindling. And Tiger Stacker, thank you for the super chat. And he says, Jake, do you have a job for the Tiger? I think he wants to put on like a mascot suit and go dance around in front of Hero Bullion. Do you have a job for him?
Well, I mean, I guess we could get creative. Make it out to a meetup or something.
Yeah, come out to a meet and greet, Tiger, and make sure you wear those tiger gloves as well. All right, I got another question for you here. Well, first a statement. Bullion Brent from YouTube says, I know it's not October yet, but you need to wear a cape. You need to wear a cape on these. No, maybe not. Maybe the cape's too much. I don't know. Is it too much, guys? Put cape in chat if you think you should wear a cape. Let's see here. Okay, one more question for you, and then that's the end of the pre-questions, and I'll be looking to the chat for more questions here. But Ralph Ramsey says, can Hero Bullion offer the international stacker community an opportunity to get a second starter package? Make crabs feel more special, or is there something else we could do? Well, like, what do you think we could do to shout out to the Crustacean Nation?
Well, one of the things that I think would be a good idea for you is for you to kind of carve out your own curated selection of products on the Hero Bullion website. So we could set up a page or a category where it's just international stacker approved products or products that you like right now. And that could be like a living, breathing thing. As the premiums go up and down, you could say, hey, add this to the category, take this away from the category. That's one thing to do. I would expect if this market persists, we will be able to offer a lot more at spot. And so give me, a day or two, I'll work on something, and then maybe you can shout it out somewhere. Wow. I have something in mind. I had a call earlier with one of our suppliers earlier today. I felt kind of guilty calling them on a Sunday because I was trying to prepare to talk to everyone here tonight. We had a couple of ideas that we're kicking around, and so we'll get after it tomorrow morning and put something together, and then I'll let you know, IS, and maybe you can shout it out what we did for him. So we're going to be able to do this kind of stuff more often, but a lot of it for me is just listening to what people want, and I'm here in silver right now.
Oh, yeah. I think most people on this channel are far more, like, I'm bullish on both, but I'm far more bullish on silver right now, obviously. But
yep.
Yeah.
Man, we're moving up here a little bit. What's going on?
Look at that. We're up 1.08% on the session. So that's 82 cents on silver. Let me check gold real quick here. Gold, we're up a quarter of a percent. So that's, but see, a quarter of a percent for gold is $11.33. 1.06% is 80 cents for silver, but we are pushing up higher here. Can it hold? That's the question. And I don't know if you're listening to the news when I was covering it, but President Trump basically put out a tweet and said to Iran, you need to do something now, and your time is running out. So again, like, we could be moving up tonight, and then come tomorrow or come Wednesday or come Friday, we start bombing Iran, and then I think we'll see what I like to call another buying opportunity. I don't know. Do you think that's what we're going to see happen? Or do you think this is all bluster and a peace deal is going to be made and there's going to be no more kinetic action? What do you think?
Oh, man. I don't think I think there's too much pressure to see this through. And so something legitimate has to come out of it.
Right.
And every time we get word from Iran and what their response is, it's very defiant, and they're not willing to bend the knee yet. Yeah. I think it's definitely the standoff that we're experiencing right now. I thought it was really interesting. Trump's trip to visit Xi last week. We were paying attention to that, and it was kind of what you would expect. They're supposed to say to each other, right? Yeah. We should work together, instead of be rivals. I don't really. I think there's too much. There's too much at stake. We've been making significant moves to put pressure on China. Oh, yeah. Particularly their energy. I mean, if you're, everyone knows what's going on there. So that's incredible pressure we're putting on them. And so what deal can come out of that? I don't know. I try not to get into the politics too much. You know, I took some classes in college about it, and I read some books that were that I feel like are coming true now. One in particular, I don't remember the author, but the book was Resource Wars. And it talked about energy in particular, and then the last thing that he talked about was fresh water. So I'm interested. There's been attacks on the desalination plants in the Middle East, and so they're trying to put pressure on the fresh water as well. So obviously that's concerning from a humanitarian standpoint.
Yeah, big time. And like a lot of people don't realize the ships that are stuck in the Persian Gulf right now. They've been there for like months. A lot of them are running out of food, running out of water. They need medicine, and a lot of like the countries won't let them dock. So even that's a humanitarian crisis. And someone in chat was asking a question I want to address real quick. Someone's saying, so coal, 90% silver is a good buy. No, like you can get great condition, 90% silver, even BU from some locations. Under spot right now, so I'd not be buying coal. I never recommend buying coal, which is CULL, which for 90% means it can have nicks, it can have holes, it can be ugly. Do you ever recommend
it? Particularly thin too.
Yeah, it can be thin. Like I never recommend buying coal unless I could see it with my own eyes, and I'm getting like a crazy discount on it. I just don't recommend it. Do you?
Yeah, there's no need right now. In some market, maybe there's a need for it, but if it's coal 90%, immediately I start thinking about really thin, worn barber quarters and Sandy Liberty quarters, mercury dimes. Those are the three biggest culprits. Barber coinage as a whole, Sandy Liberty quarters, and then the mercury dimes. So those ones tend to have the most slicks. And so, yeah, I mean, you just buy that stuff by weight. I wouldn't worry about in terms of face value and so forth. But there's no need right now. Yeah. Right now, we're selling our choice 90% at $3.99 back a spot. So like I can't believe that we're able to offer a deal like that. And I mean, it's great for the stackers. It'd be cool if it went even lower.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. And thank you, Shotgun Susie and Spoon Spooky and everyone else for giving all those jewels and those emojis. I appreciate it. Now people are asking, what about coal? Or impaired American Silver Eagles. Do you ever recommend buying those? Can it be hit or miss because it's risky?
I love those because a cull Silver Eagle is not going to be cull because of wear. You're not going to be getting less silver. Yeah, you're going to get an ugly piece. Maybe it looks like someone played soccer with it in the hallway or something like that, but you're still going to get an ounce of silver. So I love it. And a lot of times it's just toned up or scratched. Those coins do show blemish. I wouldn't say easily, but just as easy as any other silver out there. So I love cull Silver Eagles. Great value.
Awesome. Well, that's good to know because I'd never bought in cull Silver Eagles. So that's good to know. And right now on X, Variable said, I will order a 10-ounce silver bar today from Hero Bullion if you give me a shout out when you're live. So we're live. So you want to give Variable a shout out?
Hey, Variable, I'll look out for your order. When you order, put in the special instructions that you came from the live too, and I'll make sure that we throw something else fun in for you.
Woo! That's awesome. Well, there you go, Variable. We got you that. Oh, someone's asking, do you do a military or first responder discount on your page?
No, we don't do first responder military. It's something that we did at Provident years ago, and I mean, I think that they still do offer it. So. But we more try to just give great value to everybody that we possibly can. So.
Right, that makes sense. And thank you so much, Crypto, for being a crustacean commander for over a month. I give you a salute right now. Now I'm looking at chat, and if you guys got questions for Jake, put them in. But Jake, what's one thing you want to share with us that we haven't covered, like from your perspective?
That's a good question. One thing that I'm starting to spend a little bit more time on is the COMEX vault levels, right? And so something that's piqued my interest is registered versus unregistered and eligible and so on and so forth. So we're going to be digging in there. I think I want to. I hear you refer to a couple different players in there, and I think there's a little bit of context behind those that might make sense. That we'll get to at some point. But I would challenge everyone to kind of dig in there and see what's going on the exchanges, right? I think that's going to. I've never really felt worried about what's going on at the exchange because of what I see boots in the ground in the trenches here. We're not experiencing shortages, but there's some interesting stuff that's developing just in terms of, the number of ounces under contract versus what is registered and eligible and so forth. So that stuff's kind of getting out of whack. Let's pay attention to that. And thankfully, I feel like you do a really good job of it.
Thank you.
When it comes to, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, a little conspiracy theorist, a little bit. But I think we're actually coming into an environment where that is going to bear or require us to pay attention to it. So,
yeah. And you guys, if you want to do that yourself, if you go to my website here, beep, and if you go to resources, I actually put the links to those reports. So you scroll down under all these videos. And by the way, these are the mining stock companies I invest in. You guys are always asking, do your own research. They could all go to zero. But down here, I have all the COMEX reports. I have Fed liquidity, CFTC, and US Mint. So this very first report here that says daily silver inventory, any weekday, if you click this at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's going to give you an Excel document that is that day's actual report. So if you want to follow it like Jake was saying and keep track of it, that's a little shortcut for you there. Now,
man, that's a great website. I've spent a little bit of time on there, and I think you're doing a great job. So
Thank
it's
you.
a great service to the market here. So
and there's not a single ad on that website. My whole goal with that thing is just to give resources to people. A lot of the questions I get all the time, I try to aggregate on there because I know we've got a new bunch of people that joined over the last few months of the silver and gold stacking. But guess what? When we go back over 100 and we're making all new highs again, there's going to be even more people. So all they'll have to do is go there. And somebody's asking, what's your opinion on goldbacks? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Are you apoplectic? What do you think about? Oh, wait. Real quick. Kelly Gage just gifted 5 international stacker memberships. It went to Daryl. It went to Deep. It went to John. No, it's Jonah. It went to Jonah. I freaked out. It went to Jonah Bond. It went to Freedom. And it went to Laurel. Congratulations. Check out your emojis. I hate to say it.
Please, sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Extra soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. We're back. Okay, so what's your stance on goldbacks? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Are you somewhere in the middle?
We offer goldbacks. It was one of the first product lines that we brought on. I think it's a really interesting project that they're working on. Everyone complains about the premiums. And if you're premium sensitive, I would say definitely stay away from goldbacks. But I have been impressed with the community that they're putting together, the places where you can spend those as an alternative currency, and so it's something we offer. There's definitely a novelty play to it, but I'm interested to see where it actually goes. Like, how big does this network grow? Mm-hmm. You can't deny the art's cool. The technology that they've integrated with the product is really incredible, and it continues to improve, right?
Yeah.
As something gains popularity, you're going to look at people making fakes of it. I think they're staying ahead of it there. So their team, really passionate group of people. Like I said, we've had a relationship with them for almost 6 years now. They work really hard for their cause. And so I like kind of just servicing the market and seeing the cool stuff that they bring about.
And I was one of the first YouTube channels to interview their CEO, Jeremy. And when I interviewed him way back then, he was talking about how it's not really meant for stacking; it's more for activism to get people into gold and silver. But there's a few things I like about it. One, people complain about the premiums, but you can literally go to thousands of companies across the nation that will give you the exact what they're worth for it, as you can use that to use their services, so it's not an issue there. Also, too, I've flipped goldbacks over the years, and I've stacked a bunch of goldbacks and held on to them, and I've done extremely well with them. And one thing I like about goldbacks is it lets people get exposure to gold that maybe can't afford a 10th ounce or can't afford a 1 gram. It makes it much more affordable. So I do like goldbacks. They're not a huge part of my gold stack. My gold stack is going to be coins and maybe some bars and different things. But I do like them, and I like having them as an element of my stack. And my daughter, Rat Stacker, also known as the Goblin, she does her chores and things, and instead of like giving her allowance like fiat currency, she takes goldbacks.
Nice. That's cool. I love it. You know, your story is not particularly unique. We have a lot of people we buy back gold backs, and so we have a lot of people who have done really well and really are big believers in that project. So I look at the community and the passion behind it. I said, okay, I feel like this thing's bound to succeed, simply because people care about it so much, but it's very polarizing, right? Just like you mentioned.
Oh yeah, there's people that are like, I hate it. But look at it, like I got my first group of goldbacks I got like at 245. So,
oh wow!
I like killed it on those, and I had like 1,000 plus of them. So like
now that's a quarter goldback is what you can get for that, right?
Yeah, so. Exactly. So I did well there. But another thing about goldbacks, which I think is very bullish for them, is we just had Alaska vote to recognize gold and silver as legal tender. We just had Florida do it with HB 999. We've had Texas do similar. We're having more and more states across the nation start to declare gold and silver as legal tender. So I think as that takes place, I think you will see like gold backs or even like state depository with the debit card thing. I think you're going to see a lot of that stuff to come more centerfold.
Yep, this has been a topic of a lot of discussion lately, especially us in Texas here. 1056 is the one that we talk about, and I love it. My argument for it and for things like gold backs is the more exposure we can get people to gold and silver, and the more involved in our daily lives we can make gold and silver, just the better. Okay. Now, is there some kind of a caveat that comes with it in some instances? Yes. So let's be careful. Right. Let's not just say yes to everything. Yeah. But I think there are some strong signals, and it seems to be more than a grassroots movement towards the legitimacy of gold and silver as monetary instruments, which is really exciting. I mean, it still feels so far off in my mind, my entire life, it's been so far off. And now I feel like we're starting to get a whiff of it. And like, okay, well, this might actually come true here. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but I'm excited about it.
You know what else is becoming a monetary instrument? Soup! And Jerry just gifted 5 memberships. It went to Silver Ripples. It went to Gary. It went to Rick. It went to Rustic and SF. And I hate to say it, no soup for John!
Please, sir, I want some more.
No soup for John!
Taste the soup!
We tried! No soup for John!
Soup!
No soup for John!
No soup for you!
No soup for John! It's all
And I love it. People are right now typing in chat, no soup for John in different languages. I just saw it in Japanese. Do you speak any other languages, Jake?
No, not well. I know enough to order coffee in Paris, but that's it.
Is it cafe? Is it cafe?
Un café, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. Man.
You do like this. You don't do one like this. You do one like this.
Yeah, then they know you're American if you do it the one or the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. That's the Inglourious Bastards tell, right? With the 3.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think how you hold your spoon and knife as well, right?
Funny thing, when I was in Paris, I was having coffee at a cafe in the shadow of the La Tour Eiffel, and obviously they knew we were Americans, and so it was my understanding that they don't tip over there. Well, immediately the guy comes over to settle the check and he wants a tip. I'm like, bro, come on, I know where we're at. This is not part of it.
Because they know they're like Americans. It's our gravy train.
As long as I can be out of tipping culture, I'm good with it. So that was a funny exchange, especially with the language barrier.
That is so funny. No, I'm French today. Dang it, I'm French.
Yeah.
Now, do you do a lot of foreign travel?
No, not as much as I want to. That's something that my wife and I have talked about extensively. So we have some plans here, nothing official, but I think next year we're going to be getting out for a little bit.
Nice. And you know where I need to get? I need to get up there to Texas to do a tour. I think people want me to do a tour of Hero Bullion.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that in the chat here. So, I think the exciting visit would be once we get our production equipment up and running. See us making silver bars here. That would be cool. I don't know how exciting shipping packages is. I mean, I do more than my share, but not lately. I think our shipping crew's kind of grown a little bit to be able to take it on and not call on me as much, which I enjoy. But yeah, I think once we get that up and running, you definitely need to come out, see us make some bars. Maybe you can help us get your hands dirty here instead
I'll
of
get
just
my hands dirty.
a guy on the internet with crabs.
And you know what we should do? Have you ever heard of a lock-in? I used to do them in like church, Sunday school. Like you sleep in all night and you like have to watch like all the rock. So we should do a lock-in in the vault and we'll just watch every Rocky movie. I'm joking.
Yeah, that might be kind of creepy.
God, 1,000-ounce bar fell on my head. Guys, we're 10 subscribers away from the next big show. Have you ever seen a big show, Jake?
I don't think officially. I've heard you allude to it a number of times.
Okay. You need to see one. Okay, well, that's all the questions I see. That's all the questions I have. And Rat Stacker and Mrs. IS want to watch a movie tonight, so I got to do that. But can we have you on maybe in another 3? Guys, when do you want him on again? 3 weeks? Should we just do a standing like 3-week check-in with Jake? If you want a standing check-in, put that in chat right now. But any final words, give some final advice for brand new stackers right now.
Oh man, for brand new stackers, all right, just hey, be safe. There's a lot of pitfalls out there. There's a lot of landmines. Take care of yourself. Yeah. When it comes to stacking, I think starting out slow is better. Start out slow, get your feet wet. Where you can get in trouble is by going too hard, too fast. So take it easy, learn. There is a learning curve here. And thankfully we have places like International Stacker, a bunch of other YouTube channels where you can actually get a good education. There's a lot to be learned out there. But yeah, be safe. Don't go too crazy to start. Get your knowledge base underneath you and maybe, leverage some of the content that we have out there in our Bullion Academy where we're trying to help people make better decisions. We understand everyone's motivation and goals are different. And so really the place where we come in is we try to help you understand what the options are for your goals.
Dude, Bullion Academy, that sounds legit. Can I come? Do I get to sleep like in a bunk bed and have to do like physical education at 5 a.m.? Like, how does that work?
Yep, PT. Yep, Bullion Academy. Yep, it's something that we've been building for a few years now. So
cool, man.
It's a good knowledge center there.
Well, we'll have to hear more about that in the future. Everyone wants you back, so let's say if you're available, try to get you back in 3 weeks or so. Does that sound good?
Yep. We'll pencil something in and get something hard here. Let me think. I got to think about the dates. Maybe like second week of June. Let's aim for the second week of June. So that might be 3.5 weeks or something.
Wow, and someone, Papa Chili in chat says, International Stacker, I just bought the Hero Bullion 5-ounce hand-poured bar. Well, you're going to love that. Thank you so much, Jake. We'll see you in a little bit. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stay on for another 5 minutes or so don't go anywhere. But thank you so much, Jake.
Thanks, guys. Stay safe.
Catch you on the next one. Okay, hold up. Now let me figure that. Let me go to Zoom here. Close it out. 1 second here. End. There we go. Sorry, guys. I had to do something with Zoom. We had a cataclysmic issue when he was coming on, so I've got that fixed. Let me get the music turned back up here. Hold up. Let me fix everything. Okay, 1 second here. Let me turn that down. Okay, 1 second here. Okay. Is the music back to an acceptable level? Guys, was that not great with Jake? If that was great with Jake, let me know. Is the music back to an acceptable level? Let me know if it's way too loud. I think it's way too loud. Let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, oh boy, has it been a wild open. It's been bumpy with silver and gold. We are up right now in the trading session that started at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Up 0.76%, so about 0.75%. We're up. That's 58 cents for silver, and gold is up 0.04%. And ladies and gentlemen, we did gap up on gold, but I'm happy to say we filled the gap.
We filled that gap, turn the candle green, close that gap, stack silver with me. We filled that gap, turn the candle green, close that gap, stack silver with me.
Stack silver with me, so we can go ahead and delete that there. Wasn't Jake great, guys? I like it because he's got his, he's our insider information, stuff I can't get. He's got the inside information. So I think every 3 weeks I'm going to have him on and call it Behind the Stack to get our insider information, to give him feedback, and just do fun stuff. Do you guys like that? Do you guys approve of that message? Jonathan, I did not check the mail yesterday. I'll check it tomorrow. Oh, I did want to shout out Future Motive. Future Motive, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in chat, he sent in one of these brass, I think it's brass, crabs that hold a pin. He wanted to add this to the mega giveaway, so I'm putting it in this little satchel. And ladies and gentlemen, the mega gauze is now up to over 80 ounces of silver. It's got like 50 ounces of copper and like cool stuff. All you got to do is subscribe. It's got gold in there, and it's getting mega every second of the day. Who saw that silver diamond claw that SGT Stacking's working on? Who saw that silver diamond claw? I'm going to bring it back up. Dude, how sick is this? How sick is this? So that is what I'm getting, those crystals that 3Tim3, thank you so much, sent in. We're getting these diamond claws made. How sick is that? Who needs one of those? Oh my gosh. And I'm going to give every single one of them away. They're going to be given away to you. Who wants a diamond claw? A big shout out to all the Diamond Claw members here. I really appreciate you. You're on the screen. I appreciate all the channel members here. It's viewers like you that help me do what I do, so thank you so much. And the question for everyone in chat right now is, who has Diamond Claws?
Diamond Claws.
Yeah. Oh, someone says a golden opportunity or perhaps a silver opportunity was missed to turn that into a bottle opener as well. There you go. That's funny. That'd be funny. Who wants one of those diamond claws? They're going to be given away. And look at Jeff Stout just ordered 10 ounces. Awesome. It's a good time. It's a good time. It's a good time. Okay, guys, I'm going to go hang out with Rat Stacker, Mrs. IS. I want to watch a family movie with them. But do you guys want to do a very quick crab raid on somebody? Let's see what silver and gold stackers. There's someone alive. Look at this. Oh, we got Steve looking for silver live. We've got coin and around live. We got mobile coins live. Do you guys want to do a crab raid? Look at that. We're live, International Stacker. Wow. I think we need to do a crab raid, and it's meant to help out. Do you guys want to do Steve looking for silver? Do you want to do coining around or mobile coins in chat? Put it in chat right now. Now, the person with the least amount of subscribers is Steve looking for silver. And last time we went there, he did put a bounty on getting John Soup. Now, remember, whoever gets John Soup is going to get everything in this and more. So right now, in this treasure chest is 2 ounces of 999 fine silver. You're going to get 2 of those. You're going to get 3 No Soup for John shirts. Design is almost done. You're also going to get a 1/10 ounce gold eagle. That's in the mill. It's already added to there digitally, but it's going to be in there. And also a Morgan, another Morgan round is going to be there as well. It looks like everyone wants to go to Steve, and that makes sense because he has the least amount of subscribers. So this is a blessing, not a curse. So we're going to go there. We're going to drop a bunch of crabs in chat and smash the like button, and then hopefully some of you guys can win some silver over there. I don't know if he's doing any giveaways tonight, but you never know. So let me do this. Bada bing, bada boom. We're ready for that. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I will be live again in the morning at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I do have a new CYO TNO bar around here somewhere, but I lost it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I'll see you all in the morning. And I guess I'll say CYO TNO. Catch ya on the next one. Thank you all, everybody, so much. I'll see you in the morning.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars.